Hey guys, welcome to the review of the SIG Air ProForce MCX versus AEG. So this is my first review in about a couple of years or so. But anyways, I hope you enjoy it. This is kind of a long-awaited gun that I've wanted to get. One of the reasons I didn't get it earlier is because I don't really like to have batteries stored on the handguard. However, I really like the design of the MCX. It's really been it's really nice, to be honest. So I had to get one. Actually, I got two, but this is the new version. So I have the Cybergun one, which I'll compare in a different video, and I have the SIG ProForce one as well. So the Virtus. There's a few differences. I'll get to that in the next video, but for this one in particular, so basically I've just bought it recently. It came in this box. Inside there was only a mag and an extra, of course the gun's not here, I took it off. There's a manual, there's a mag, which actually the mag was really not great, so I just kind of got rid of it. And there was an M100 spring. That's about it. You don't get anything else. That's it. Now the gun itself is right here. I've already gone ahead and done some some customization to it. I've added some attachments. The gun itself is really well built. I did have an issue with it, whereas the upper and lower, they wobbled quite a bit, so I had to add, and I'll show you in a minute. I had to add a couple of O-rings, rubbers on the top of the receiver because it would wobble quite a lot. Which is sad because, for instance, the Cybergun doesn't have the issue, and this one did and does, which I kind of got rid of with the O-ring technique. Other than that, quality of the receiver is amazing. Handguard is really good as well. It's an M-lock handguard, so I've got some attachments here. I've realized that not just you can get M-lock attachments, but also you can get most of the key mod attachments will also work here. I mean, this is a key mod attachment, to be honest. Also the rail I've got here where the flashlight's mounted, it's also a key mod. I've added an MRO replica, and that's a tracer unit. Then I really love the stock, the way that it works, and just the sheer look of the gun is just amazing. This stock is actually held by a screw. There's a Picatinny rail here, and you can attach other stocks. Unfortunately, there's not many Picatinny rail stocks available today in the airsoft market, or at all. So I can either 3D print it, or you probably have to get a real steel version of it, which is not going to be easy. But I'm still looking for one. Internals out of the box, I've tested the gun, and it's doing 348 FPS, and also it's doing 18.5 rounds per second, which compared to the performance I had on the ProForce, it is an improvement. This has got the new VFC Avalon gearbox apparently. Also, the whole gun is made by VFC. It's just kind of branded and distributed by SIG Air, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Then, of course, in terms of performance, it looks good. I haven't used it. I haven't skirmished. I haven't played with it yet. I haven't changed anything of the internals, but I think I will definitely add a precision inner barrel and the new hop-up rubber. That's about it, basically. I really like the way that the ball works and the ball catch. It works. It's really stiff, but I like the whole I like the whole way that it just works, because it's just, I would say, more similar to the real steel one. Actually, it's a very you can actually use real steel parts on this gun, according to SIG. even though those are really hard to come by, especially here in the UK. I will, of course, for this one, I will be also eventually upgrading the motor, probably adding a high torque motor. Now, in terms of the other things, such as the fire selector, it's ambidextrous, which is quite nice. As any airsoft ambidextrous fire selector, it's always going to be out of sync. It's slightly wobbly, but it's kind of, I would say it's good. It's good. I really like the trades. The trades are all over the place, as you can see. Virtus here. This compared to my cyber gun, where you just don't have any trays, this is really nice. You do have the SIG trays on there, so there's quite a few trays going on here. That adds to the realism of the gun, which is supposed to be kind of a training gun. What else? I think other than that, it is really easy to remove both the handguard and as well the outer barrel. Not so much to reach the inner barrel. That will require to unplug or to disconnect the in this case it's a mini Tamiya connector, but it is really easy to take out the handguard. So you just kind of let me just do it on camera. So you just take out the pin, the receiver pin. Right, there you go. And let me also take out the pressure switch there. Don't need it. And hold on, and also the suppressor. That would help. Aha. It's not going to be easy. Oh, there we go. It's hard to do things on camera. Okay, so if I take away the suppressor, there you go, and now I just slide it out. Here we go. So as I mentioned to you, I'm not a fan of having the the electrics on the handguard, because the handguard easily picks up water, especially here in the UK. It rains quite a lot. So yeah, it's just I've added this neoprene little sleeve, and probably like it here as well. In terms of battery storage, this is a lot better than the cyber gun, where it's really tricky to get a battery for it. This one you can easily add an 11.1 LiPo, and yeah. So if you want to remove the outer barrel, you just remove these two screws and it just comes off, and you can replace with another barrel. I did test replacing with a regular M4 barrel, and it worked. So if you want a shorter or longer barrel, any M4 barrel will work. Just remember, these barrels have a cut off here, are really cut off there, so there will be less room for you to stick your battery, but that is what it is. And now what I wanted to mention to you is I had to, I hope the camera picks this up, I had to add a couple of little, let's see if I can show you. So I don't know if you can see there, however, let me see if I can get this close, right there. Yeah, there's two little O-rings there, rubber O-rings, which I had to add to kind of take away the wobble. It's a bit sad that it's such a lovely gun, and quite expensive actually, comes with these issues. However, this one was easy to to resolve. I got also quite a few mags for this one. I've tested quite a few mags, so I've been quite interested, especially on the ones which are translucent, and you can see the dummy bullets. Tested the Kublai ones. I've tested the G&G ones, also work quite well here. And these are the ever so hard to find Lancer Tactical Advanced M4 mags. These are the best ones, I think. I really like these ones. Even though the G&G ones are really solid and sturdy and really heavy, I also like those ones. They will fit without any issues on this one. The cyber gun, however, does have a bit more. It's a bit trickier and a bit more, a bit harder to fit different mags. But I'll get that in a separate video. I mean, other than that, this gun shoots so far from what I've tested really good. And again, the performance out of the box looks very promising. As I mentioned, I will have to give it a go as soon as lockdown is over. But I just wanted really to give you kind of an overview of my thoughts, my first thoughts on the VFC ProForce MCX Virtus. I really like the design. I really like the way that the gun's shaping up. Yeah, there's going to be a few improvements that I want to make to it. But again, just another thing that I just realized that I wanted to mention is there's quite a few QD attachment points. There's a couple of them here on the handguard, which is nice. There's also 2 QD point attachments here on the stock, and there's a couple of them on the receiver. Unfortunately, these ones, they're going to be really hard for you to get any QD attachments in there, because the gearbox, as you can see, is right there, and they will not allow the QD to go all the way in the slot, and that will stop it from attaching, which is a shame. Again, at least I think in terms of accessories out of the box, I would expect the gun to come at least with you know, the right QD attachment for the receiver, because it's where I would plan to use it, and then as well some nice iron sights, because it comes completely bare. There's no sights at all, and that's quite bare for a gun this pricey. But again, I think it is a unique gun. The other complaint I have, and I really hope VFC addresses this, is the amount or the inexistence of any kind of accessories for this gun right now. So I think SIG's done a really good job in partnering up with VFC, getting the gun out. The gun's out now. Everyone loves it. Everyone, you know, wants to get it one or has one. But now I think it's time for them to look at, you know, getting their customer base happy and allowing them to have some accessories that they can buy, other than going to or trying to get real steel accessories, which is just not going to work for some of us. And I think that's just going to add you know, incremental revenue for them. But again, that's just my opinion. Again, thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions or if you have any questions about the gun itself. Happy to reply. Okay, Operator 7, over now.